as well.
So, so we're good.
I think so.
Right, okay, so we're live from Glasgow's safe consumption room. I made a video last week, and not a lot of people believed the state that this Morrison's car park is. So we're going to have a live walkthrough right now from the consumption centre. We're going to walk round the Morrison's path, and we're going to show you the worst bits live here on the Niall Fraser Show. So we'll have a walk round. You time it. I mean, this place is absolutely outrageous. We've been through it today. We've taken loads of high-resolution pictures, but it just gets, there's needles that we seen last week that are in exactly the same position as what they were last week. They've not moved a millimetre. It's absolutely shocking. I thought that maybe the video would have prompted some cleaning teams to get out here and actually lift up these discarded needles, but in fact, it looks like the place has gotten worse since last week. It's crazy to say that, but it's just getting worse and worse and worse. So we're going to have a walk around. So now we're approaching the path for the Morrison. We've only been walking 30 seconds. So this path, if you want to get the path, so this path leads directly into Morrison's, right? So people for the community, people with their families are walking down this path. If you come up here, just almost immediately your eyes are met with needles. And this is the one that I pointed out on the map the other day. I was just getting amongst that. 1, 2, 3, 4 needles in exactly the same place as they were last week. And there's why these wee spoons that come with it. They've not moved a muscle. Absolutely shocking stuff. They've not moved an inch. But believe me, this is the tamer bit. This is the, not a lot of people are doing their drugs here, but obviously some people are. But you will see where most of them are doing it, and it's just it's eye-watering. There's no other way to say it. So we are going to go the far end of the car park. You'll see all these bushes are littered with needles. All of them. And the thing is, it's a massive detriment to Morrison's, isn't it? Because they're losing business. They're having to put security on the doors. They're having to put up with all these needles. Whose responsibility is it to clean them up? Is it Morrison's or is it the drug consumption room? Who knows? Nobody can really answer that question. But the way I like to see it is it's an environmental impact that's being created because of this drug consumption room. Imagine if I was burning plastic bin bags, if it was a big chimney, an incinerator. Who's then responsible for all the pollution that the smoke blows over? It's the same concept with the needles, except it's no smoke that's getting blown over, it's all the needles that are coming over. That's my sort of view on it, but it's just, I'm actually dreading going into the corner, because it's just, when you see it for yourselves, you wouldn't believe it. And it's gotten a lot worse since last week. But we're just going to come here week after week after week after week until the Scottish Government is sort of shamed into action on this. Because they never do it, they never do anything. I doubt you'll ever see John Swinney's face down here in Carlton. Never. But maybe his health secretary can come in his chauffeured limousine down here.
I would give a
Absolutely.
warning before this, I would give an advisory warning.
Fair point out. So, those of a sensitive disposition, and you don't want to see a horrendous amount of needles, this is the warning, right? You're going to get a warning right now, but within the next 30 seconds, 40 seconds, you're going to see an absolute barrage of needles. It's absolutely astounding. So, this is where most of these addicts are coming in. If you sort of get me here, it's coned off. So, the car parks have at least coned off this wee bit. Previously, what I can imagine that people were going to park their cars here. No, I don't think so. But look at the state of this. There's a trolley with smashed up stuff. There's bottles. It's absolutely shocking, right? And this is why a major Morrison's right here in Glasgow. There's a needle right there, right at the foot of the trolley. And we'll come into these bushes first. So, addicts are looking for a semblance of privacy, I suppose, when they're coming to shoot up. Or it's not even necessarily shooting up, but a lot of it's injecting drug use. But you've got crack cocaine people. Last week there was people smoking crack cocaine, but we'll have a wee step over. I see these for last week. Needles there. it's just absolutely full of needles. There's one with the needle still in it, perfect. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, just this bit here is absolutely unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This is live, right for the drug consumption room. We've walked minutes, so we've got 1 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 within the shot of the camera, and we're really zoomed up here. See if you take a step back, it's actually incredible to see. And I'm actually watching with my feet up, because you know what's going on here. There's so many, all buried in the ground, old ones. There's 1, 2, 3 right next to the Yazoo, but there's about 5 there, 6. It's unbelievable. I keep using the word unbelievable, but it's absolutely shocking. And believe you me, this isn't the worst bit. And you'll see all these discarded packages. You see all these white discarded packages with Orion on it. See if I don't want to step too much, but Orion Medical Supplies Limited, right? They are providing the fresh needles. And we just had an addict, we took up to lunch with Morrison's. What did they say here? How many needles they got? 20.
20 needles today.
20 packets of needles today. I mean, I'm actually shocked. I'm careful when I'm putting my feet, but it's... I mean, I seen it last week, so I'm not that shocked. But, I mean, it's just unbelievable the sheer amount of needles. Even if you were to sort of poke the camera in this wee bit here. Just over here next to that ball. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a wee cluster there. It's crazy, yeah? Absolutely crazy. And this is not even the worst corner, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't even the worst corner. It just gets worse and worse and worse. And again, all you'll see is the discarded needle packs. And I'm told by an addict earlier on, you've got the blue one, right? The blue one is a bigger needle. It's a 2mm. And that's used for injecting it in the groin, into deeper veins. And he's saying this one's a smaller one for arms and legs. So I'm learning a lot about injecting drug use, to be honest. But you know, it's no one thing you want to be learning about. And it's not even contained to here. Over the fence, you see they're over the fence as well. Watch where you're putting your feet, because they're right through the fence. And people are coming here every single day after they've been to the consumption room, after they've met up with their pals at the consumption room. Here they are. They're injecting drugs or they're smoking drugs. Class A's. Oh. Right, and you know, if you don't need another warning, well, this is where the worst part's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. And see if you can pan back to the new builds as well. Just while we're here, right? Can you imagine? You're going to buy a flat there. You're going to buy a flat, right? Glasgow East End, Carlton Village. When your kids could probably look down at the window and see people injecting drugs. You can see the needles for your balcony. It's just, the whole thing's a farce. The whole thing's a farce. So we're going to go into the bit. We've seen drug users here earlier on, didn't we? He didn't want to be, he had his picture taken, which is granted. And he actually said, you know, what was it he said? He said, you know, can you F off? Can you F off? Because I've been waiting all day for this and yous are ruining it. As he said, laughing. But aye, we've seen 2 people in here the day already injecting. And this is, I think, the main corner for all these needles, all these drug packets. You'll see the wee rusty spoons and everything. The rusty spoons are like, what, burning spoons, I think. Right, and we'll go
discretion.
inside.
Big viewer discretion advised.
Viewer discretion, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's the same as the other corner, effectively. I'm just hoping we didn't bump into anybody. But again, just watch your feet. So I'm literally stood on, you know, what's all these needles are compacted into the ground. There's loads of them compacted into the ground. There's loads just sat on top of the ground. But you'll see, literally, it's all these needle packs. It's all the swabs. It's the needle packs. It's the spoons. It's the actual needles themselves. Uh, you have to see this, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people didn't believe how bad it was. There's even pills lying in it. But people are sat here on this wee basket. They're injecting, they're doing crack cocaine, they're doing Class A drugs, and there's just needles literally everywhere. And honestly, I can't stop looking down because I don't want to stand on any. But it's carnage over here. So I just thought we'd do a live on the scene Niall Fraser report, because it's just, I mean, you have to see it for yourself. You have to see it live in person. It's been a few minutes since we walked through the Hunter Street drug consumption room, and yet here we are. And this is the impact it's having. You know, you hear all the addicts saying it used to be worse. I'm like, how could it possibly be worse? Like, look at the amount of needle packs. These needle packs are coming directly from the consumption room. Directly. It's a total disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. Everywhere you look, it's needles. And just, 50 yards away, families are getting out their car to shop at Morrison's. Morrison's, are you going to put up with this? Are the people at Carrollton and Glasgow going to put up with this? This is absolutely outrageous. People's pets could run about here. And there's just needles sticking out. That's one of the bigger needles. That's one of the ones that's designed to go into your groin. A deep one. But literally, needles everywhere. You can't actually escape them. Lighters, it's actually, they're trodden into my feet and everything. But let's get out of here and we'll have some closing remarks. But I just wanted to show you live and on the scene just how bad this place is. If we get away, I know we close up on that, you know, but pride and hygiene. What a disgusting sight that is. Pride and hygiene. So we'll stand back and we'll have some. This is the impact of the Glasgow consumption room. This is it. If people can, shy away from the fact that all they want, but this is exactly what's happened. They're going to get their needle packs fresh out of that consumption room. And I've confirmed today with an addict that they are taking diamorphine. They're getting shots of diamorphine in there. It might not necessarily be that all of the people that are coming into the consumption room, but a select few people, it might be more than a select few, are getting diamorphine. They're putting a needle for them for the night before, and they're injecting it, and they're getting one hit. Then what are they going to do? The whole rest of the day, they're looking for that other hit, and they're coming here to do it. And they're buying drugs in the local area to then use here. And we were filming earlier on, and people were coming and going, right, as they would walk past us so blatant and go in and shoot up or smoke crack cocaine, as blatant as you want. No shame, no nothing. The place is absolutely devastating. Just look at the carnage about here. This is a Morrison's car park. It's carnage. It's carnage. So I don't really know what to say, ladies and gentlemen, other than the fact that I just need to show you live, in person, in real time, walking from the consumption room to here. How many addicts we spoke to today? 6, 7 addicts. A lot of them are saying it shouldn't be here. But then, we speak to the addicts and they're shooting up there. And they're saying, oh, it's terrible, the state of the needles. You couldn't write this stuff. But that's your live, on the scene, Niall Fraser Show. I keep repeating myself. But where are the politicians? Where are they? They should be on. They should be here every single day. And I'll tell you what. I'll issue a threat to the Scottish Government right now. If they don't clean this up in the next few weeks, I'm going to clean it up myself. I'm going to get a team of folk here. I'm going to clean it up myself, and I'm going to dump every single one of these dirty needles right out in front of Holyrood, and then we'll see how long it takes them to clean them up. They always talk about, it's not in my backyard. But I bet they clean it right outside Holyrood immediately. But they don't give a flying fuck about the people of Carlton. Absolutely shocking. I mean, the people here deserve better than this. How can you expect to take your kids to the shops and having to pass needles all the time? How can anyone expect that? It sort of hits differently when you've got kids. But to think about, the story last week was absolutely true. I'm looking at needles, I'm taking close-up pictures, and a family with 2 kids at toddler age, walking them hand by hand. They're having to look at needles. The whole thing's wrong. The whole thing's rotten. And just like the analogy that I put out before, this is an environmental impact. It's an environmental impact, right? If you put a chimney stack there burning black bags, then all the black smoke's going to come. It's going to go over Morrison's, right? It's the same thing. It's not a diffusion of smoke though. It's a diffusion of needles. They're coming there. They're concentrated there, and they're making their way into the car park. There's no other way to describe it. 100%. That's what's happening. So the issue that did they include that in their thoughts when they put that centre there? Were the residents aware that was going to go there? Was there any consultations to say, no, we don't want that? Because they wouldn't put it in an area that was affluent. No, they choose a deprived, destitute area to put these things, but they won't put them anywhere near, wealthy areas. It's making this area worse. And I don't think it'll be long until Morrison's I just decide to say, no, I'm not dealing with this. It's no fair on the Morrison staff. It's no fair on the people that live and work in this area. It really isn't. It's just jaw-dropping. But there you've seen it live and in person. How long have we been on? 10 minutes?
16.
16 minutes. And we spent the grunt of the time round the corner looking at all these needles, but you needed to see for yourself. I'm not making this up. Come down here and check it out yourself. We're just minutes away for the Barrowlands. Minutes away. And here we've got just utter devastation. So there's your live on the scene, Niall Fraser live. So thanks for watching. And what we'll do is I'll clip some of this up and we'll put it up on YouTube. But please do share the broadcast. Make sure that people see this. I'm not making this up. Come down, check it for yourself. In fact, it's more an impact if you come down and see it for yourself. It's not the same when you're looking at it through a screen. You need to see this in person. I mean, I would say it's a feast for the eyes, but it's like a feast of the damned. It's horrible. So share the broadcast, give it a like, give it a follow, whatever you want to do. But then tag John Swinney in it. Tag the Scottish Government in it. What the hell are they doing about this situation? What the fuck are they going to do? They need to do something, and they need to do something quick. So thanks very much for watching the Niall Fraser Show, and I'll see you next time.